I'm Dr. Patrick McCarthy. I am the director of the Bloom Cardiovascular Institute at Northwestern, and I'm also the chief of cardiac surgery. It's now 23 years since I finished my training. I've done over 10,000 heart operations during that time. About half are heart valve operations. It's the usual aortic and mitral valves, but I also have a particular interest and experience in tricuspid valve surgery. Cardiac surgery took me a little while to warm up to. I had decided I wanted to be a surgeon, but then I started seeing valve operations, transplant, ventricular assist devices, aneurysms, all sorts of things. It was like a light switch was flipped. There was no looking back.
My name is Patty Vasallo, and I'm a non-invasive cardiologist at Northwestern Memorial Hospital. I've been in practice for 6 years. My main focus in non-invasive cardiology is echocardiography. And that's how I really got interested in valvular heart disease, because it's really the diagnostic imaging choice for initial testing in valvular heart disease.
My name is Clarissa. I'm from Lake Forest, Illinois, and I'm 53 years old. I was diagnosed back in 2004. It was very scary. I couldn't do a lot. I was exhausted doing simple tasks. I couldn't walk from the store to my car in the parking lot. Then I went to the doctor, and they actually admitted me to the hospital where they diagnosed me with mitral valve stenosis.
Clarissa had a fairly complicated operation. When she came to us, valve was very tight, the mitral valve. She had rheumatic fever. The valve itself was very scarred. It was calcified. Not just the valve leaflets, but even the area underneath it also had scar tissue and calcium. So in that situation, a repair won't work very well, and that's the patient that has to have it replaced.
At the time of diagnosis, Clarissa also had atrial fibrillation, which is an abnormal rhythm of the heart that is caused usually by left atrial dilation due to mitral valve disease. In addition, the tricuspid valve was also affected by her mitral valve disease, and she had tricuspid regurgitation, and that was repaired at the time of surgery as well.
It was a very positive experience. When I first met Dr. Vasallo, she was very thorough, made me aware of everything that was going on with my heart. She's a great doctor.
We find that many people with valvular heart disease have complex disease, and we really have to individualize treatment and work with the surgeons as well as the cardiologist to come up with a personalized approach for each patient that we see. That's why it's really important to go somewhere where you have a team-based approach, where the surgeon and the cardiologist talk together to come up with the best plan for the individual patient sitting in front of you. Clarissa's doing great. Her valve is stable, and she has no signs of recurrence of her atrial fibrillation.
Clarissa did very well after surgery. She went home in about a week, so we replaced the mitral valve, we repaired her tricuspid valve, and then also we treated her with this maze procedure, we call it, to get rid of her atrial fibrillation. She had to require a pacemaker. When you have atrial fibrillation and you need the two valves operated on, it's not that uncommon. About 8% of people will have a slow heartbeat and need a pacemaker. But afterwards, she's made a great recovery, and she's doing much better than she was.
I would highly recommend Dr. McCarthy. He makes you feel at ease. He's a great surgeon, and his reputation is wonderful.